Because God, my friend, is puppeting with your mind, saying, little minion, go make me more things, like Santa Claus telling his little elves, go make me a present. But he goes and gives that present back to you. But you are the same elf that made those presents. You put in the work and you got the reward, and then you look up to the stars and say, thank you, Mr. Santa Claus. Now, why is God a capitalist? Because if you think about it, from the beginning of the universe, I keep doing this beginning of the universe shit, but it's important. Beginning of the universe, a lot of energy, then boom, explodes. It goes from high heat and high energy to low energy. That is the whole point of the universe. God, which is the universe, God tries to get rid of as much energy or use as much energy as possible. That's the whole point of God. To use as much energy as possible. Now the question is, how does this person do it? This person, he, she, it, they / them, I don't know, God. How does God get rid of as much energy as possible? How does God use as much energy as possible? If you think about it, like the sun, for example, God almost creates these very complex machines. For example, the sun, right, creates something so complex as the sun, or something complex, a complex machine like what a capitalist would do, employs these complex machines, and that machine uses up a lot of energy. What is the point of God? To get rid or to use as much energy as possible. So it's almost as though God creates the sun just to use as much energy as possible. What does the sun then do? Now, because the sun cannot use up all the energy, the machine can only do so much. If you have this much energy, the sun can only take some part of it. So it tries to distribute it even more. So the sun, it breaks down as much energy, and the rest that it cannot break down, it almost gives it away. It's like, let someone else do the work. The sun is like, fuck it, let someone else do the work. So who does the work then? Plants, phytoplanktons, plants, trees, using photosynthesis. It's almost all the plants that you see, right? It's almost part of this thing. All of those plants, they use up that energy, and then they create something else. It's like they're trying to dissipate as much energy or distribute as much, spread as much energy. That's why there's so many plants. It sounds very stupid, but there's logic to it, and I'll come towards the end, right? So, just 1 second. Yeah. So all of these plants, right? They all take all the energy from the sun, right? And then animals come along and eat it, right? Animals come along, eat it. They become juicier, fatter, tastier, and then we human beings come along and eat them, right? So it's almost as though that high energy from the sun. So the sun tries to get rid of energy. What it cannot get rid of, it becomes sunlight. So it tries to use energy, not get rid. It uses energy. What it cannot use up, it pushes it down as light. And then the plants end up using that light. Yeah, the plants end up using that light, and whatever, they grow and stuff, and they reproduce and all of those things. And then animals eat them, and then we eat animals. It's almost as though that entire food pyramid is based on this. That's why at the bottom of the whole food pyramid, there's a lot of plants. It's almost as though it's as though as much energy is supposed to be used up as possible. That's the whole point. That God creates all of these minions, right? Us human beings are minions of God. The plants, the animals, even the sun is a minion of God. Because God wants one thing, right? God wants to use as much energy as possible. So employs the sun. If the sun cannot do it, it does a lot of work. Whatever it cannot do, it gives down to the plants. The plants does a lot of work. Gets rid of, uses up a lot of energy. What it cannot. It also takes from the soil, energy from the soil, right? It takes energy from the earth. It's almost as though it's using up as much energy. The whole point is just use up energy. Oh, you can't do it? No problem. Give to the animals. Animals, eat all the food. It cannot do it? No problem. Give to the human beings. Right? Now the question is, why are more things made? So each time something else is being made. Plants make some fruits and stuff like that, and then some animal comes in along and eat it. Then the animal gets fatter, right? It makes things, right? You can assume it to be a thing, and then human being comes along and eat it. So why are more things made? Because more energy has to be used. Whatever you do, just use up the energy. That's the whole point of God. Now, but why are there more of God's minions? Why are more God's minions made? Right? Animals and plants and us human beings. Why does the businessman employ more machines and more people? Why does the businessman employ more? Just think about generally, because we think about a capitalist, right? God being capital. Why does the businessman employ more machines and more people to make more stuff? It's almost as though all animals and all plants, why do they reproduce? They reproduce because one person can only do so much work. One animal can only do so much, one plant. But if you reproduce, you make more animals, more plants, more things are made, more energy is used. It's almost as though God wants all that reproduction. Why the entire idea of evolutionary biology or evolution is about reproducing. Why is it about reproducing? To make more minions for God. It's like so in any economy, if you want to grow, more capital, more labor, or improvements in technology. So it's like if more things reproduce, there's more labor, right? There is more labor, more things to make more stuff. Why do they want to make more stuff? To distribute more energy. Okay, but why did evolution occur? Why did the fish become the turtle and become the human being, or whatever the evolution tree is? It's the same reason. Why does the businessman? Why does the businessman buy better technology, for example? Not more technology, not more machines, better machines. Why did the Industrial Revolution occur? Things like that. Why is it better technology? Why does a businessman use better technology to be more productive? Why do you want to be more productive? So that you can make more things. More things equals more energy spread. Human beings are clearly more complex than monkeys, or more complex machines than monkeys, and whales are more complex machines than fish. More complex and better machines are more productive. What is more productive? More productive means more things are produced. But more productive also equals less energy used. Which is contradictory, but less energy used in the short run. In the short run, less energy is used, but more time is saved. What do you do with the time that you save? You do other things, you do more things, you do better things, and you end up using more energy. Productive people end up doing more things than unproductive people, and human beings are we clearly do more things than monkeys. And therefore we end up using more energy than monkeys. That's why evolution occurs. It's almost like God wants things to evolve so the machine becomes more complex. Technology improves in order to use more energy. Now, another thing, just normally when we walk around, people want to be more productive. Oh, I need to use my time properly. I should make more money. I should travel more of the world. I should have better experiences, better food, more shit, whatever. All of these things. It's almost as though we inherently have the desire to be more productive. Because God, my friend, is puppeting with your mind, saying, little minion, go make me more things, like Santa Claus telling his little elves, go make me a present. But he goes and gives that present back to you. But you are the same elf that made those presents. You put in the work and you got the reward, and then you look up to the stars and say, thank you, Mr. Santa Claus. But the truth is, you're the one who did the work and you're the one who got the reward. But because you got the reward, you start to think, I should go and do more work. Right? It's like you do the work and you got the reward. But because you got the reward, suddenly you think, I got the reward. then you go off to do more work. It's almost as though Santa Claus or God is playing with you, playing with your mind. Right? It makes you go do work. And then at the end, the same work, it almost gives it to God, and then God comes back and gives you, here, I have the present. But you're the one who put in the work for it. Because at the end, God doesn't want your presents. Santa Claus doesn't want your gifts. God doesn't want things. He wants you to have things. He wants you to want things. At the end, it doesn't matter. He just wants you to use as much energy as possible. Playing with you, puppeting your mind. Now look around you. Pencils and sharpeners, windows, deodorants, roads. What the fuck is all of this bullshit? Pillows and bags and plastic bottles. Most of this shit is nonsense. It's almost as though we chase after all of these rubbish. Why? For what? What do you need all of this crap for? Most of it is garbage. Most things around you is just rubbish. I mean, you can rationalize paint. Why do you need to paint your house? What the fuck? Why do you need to make it fancy? You need to put, decorations and light bulbs and what the hell? It's all bullshit. New tiles and nice doors and then you'll say, oh no, I need to impress my friends, my relatives, this thing. Oh, light is. But like, if you really start to think about it, it's all bullshit. It's almost as though all of these things, I need to impress this. Why? You start going back, it's almost the God is puppeting with your mind, saying, go my little minion, go make me more things. And then you think, you're like, you want to give God the things. And no, you keep the things, and you take the things and you get a reward, like a hit of dopamine. And then you go and do more work, and then you take more stuff, it hits you, reward. And then you go do more work. But all in all, at the end, it's like God is puppeting with you. Go, my little minion, go make me more stuff. But then you might come along and say, no, I'm a socialist. I hate capitalism. All hail Marx, the intellectual, Mao Zedong, the benevolent, and Stalin, the kind. Firstly, you're a dumb fuck, and someone should have thrown you away as a child. And secondly, nobody escapes God. Nobody escapes God. Because what do all of them want? Communists or capitalists, idealists or realists, liberal or conservative. Say whatever the hell you want, whoever the hell you are. All of them say the same thing. Progress. All of them look far away with sparkle in their eyes. Ting, ting, ting. They put their hands up. They sparkle in their eyes and they say progress. But who is really saying progress? God. Puppeting you, opening your mouth, saying shit like communism is good, workers unite, Ganta unite. The people that tell you to unite and shit like that, they are the ones that end up oppressing you. But God on the other hand, God on the other hand is fair sometimes, truthful sometimes, and equal also sometimes. He's a capitalist. But whatever the flaws of God, God wants only one thing. Like men. God wants only one thing. God wants you to use as much energy and make more things. And if you really start to look at it, our whole economy is designed to use more energy for the universe, for God. God is the greatest capitalist that has ever lived. And of course, God does not want you to be happy. God wants you to be unhappy, chasing after happy. Because how do you fill that void inside you? You chase more things, you buy more stuff, you burn more fossil fuels. Now, go be a good minion of God and click the like button and subscribe like a good little capitalist who wants more quality content. Thinking Clown.